Welcome to Tranquility, a small co-op card game for 1 to 5 players. In Tranquility, you are aiming to lay out a grid of numbers in order from left to right and up to down. Now you can only see part of my grid. It is 6 by 6. In reality, as by the magic of technology, some photos will show you. In the game, you will have 80 cards numbered 1 to 80, well done, and you will separate them out between all the players. In that deck, they will have a finish card, and once you've separated them all out, or you'll have dealt those out with those, you'll have start cards, and each player will deal shuffle a start card into their deck, and then they'll take 5 cards, and on their turn they will play one to the grid. And when you play a card to the grid, what you're looking to do is obviously play it in order. Now I've got 6 cards for a start. I've got 75, so I'm going to play this up here in this corner. Now that's fine because there's no other cards next to it, and then I draw back up. The next player might... what have they got? Oh, not very friendly. They have got 76. Now, excellent, because this is key. When I play a card next to a card on the left or right that's already there, I have to discard the difference. So thankfully I got 76. I can discard 1 card out of the game for good. That number's gone, and then I draw back up to 5. Now obviously the maximum you can discard is 4, so the maximum gap between numbers is also 4. That in essence is the game, except you're not allowed to talk until one of you comes to the start card. At that point you must discard between you 8 cards. If you're playing a 2-player game, you get to draw a few more so you don't decimate your hands. But to play the start card, which must be played in this bottom corner, you must discard 8 cards. But then all the other start cards in the game, of which there'll be 1 per player, become good cards to discard. You can just get rid of them. There's also a number of finish cards in the game. Now, obviously you can get rid of some of these, but you don't want to get rid of all of them because you need one to finish the game. But a finish card can only be played once the entire grid is complete, and it must be played up in the top corner. That is in essence it. There's a few more rules here and there. There are 3 sets of mini expansions, one of which monsters lets you remove cards, which can be quite handy, actually might make the game easier. But there are various ways to make Tranquility harder or easier. The game itself is hard when you're reading the rules, it's hard not to think of games like The Mind and indeed The Game. However, Tranquility succeeds where those games fail in feeling like more than an activity. Tranquility feels like a game. There are decisions to be made. You're not just blindly guessing what other people have. If they put down a card that is well out of it, like they put down a card in the middle, you're going to assume they haven't got a card that can go next to one of the other ones. But as the gaps start filling up in the game, you are becoming more and more restricted in where you can go, and somebody's logic for how they play the cards might not match your own. And if you ever get in a situation where no one can play a card, then you lose. However, if you get to a situation where you've filled the grid and finished the grid, then you win. It's a simple prospect, but it works super well. I have really enjoyed my time with this one, much more than The Mind or The Game. The only thing that those games have over this is the setup time is less, because here you build the 6 by 6 grid. But I would say there's infinitely more replayability in here. You're not going on totally closed information. You have information by the cards. are played. You have tough decisions about how many cards you're going to discard and which ones you're going to leave behind, and whether that will leave gaps in your grid which are therefore completely unbridgeable, because you've always got the maximum you can discard is 4 cards, because that's all you've got in your hand. Then you have, when that start card comes out into your hand, it must be played and you have to discard 8 cards between you. You have to agree that that's the only time you can really talk, although the rules do say if you want to talk more, the game is meant to be fun, so don't make that a reason why you don't like it. Tranquility also looks absolutely gorgeous. I really love the art style on all the cards. Not all the cards are unique, but there is a variety among them, which is great, and they look really, really good. This small card game offers a lot in its box and is a great co-op activity. When you want something a bit more gamey, in fact it's not an activity, it is a game. There is game in here, there is decisions, there is stuff to think about, stuff to do, and I'm cheating a lot here. That would have to go there. Yeah, like I say, I've really super enjoyed my time with Tranquility. As soon as the Kickstarter goes live, the link will be down below, and there is only one thing left to do, and that is see what the fox says. Wow, do you even like games, Flops, the fox? Do you even like games? Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time on Board, Deck and Dice.